Am I the a-hole for stop talking to a guy after I got stood up and ignored for days? He insists it's not personal and still wants to meet. Am I the a-hole for stop talking to a guy after I got stood up and ignored for days? He insists it's not personal and still wants to meet. I tried online dating a while ago and started talking to this guy. We hit it off immediately and were having really good conversations. At one point, he started disappearing. First, it was every 1-2 days, but then it became 2-3 or more days at a time. At first, I paid no mind to it because we were just a Tinder thing. I didn't expect him to text back all day every day. I guess it's normal. Right when I thought he'd ghosted me or lost interest, he'd pop up again and ask about my day. At first, I'd reply, we'd talk for a bit, and then he'd disappear mid-conversation again. This continued for a while, and I admit I'd started to lose interest. One day he mentioned he was sorry for disappearing like this, but he had having a rough time with BPD and depressive thoughts, so I decided to give him space and reassured him I was there if he ever needed to talk to someone and not to worry because I have friends with BPD and I know how hard it can be. Things seemed okay for a while. He'd still disappear, but one day he proposed a meeting so we could clear the air between us. I texted him times and places to see which would be better for us, especially for me since I'm moving with public transport and he owns a car. We finally agreed on a day and he said he'd check his work schedule and get back to me to arrange the hour. That day, I woke up, took a shower, styled my hair, picked my clothes, and waited for a text that never came. I ended up going out with my best friend instead. He finally texted at 12:03 am that his phone was dead all day. That's why he never texted. I ignored the message, but the next day he texted again, saying he was sorry and if I could just please talk to him. I explained how I felt and his apology felt sincere, so I accepted it and we continued talking. It didn't strike me as weird when he disappeared again mid-conversation. Next time he showed up, roughly 4 days later, he suggested we call. We schedule an hour, I text him when I'm ready and it's dead silence. After that, we were on and off on texting since he couldn't keep a conversation without disappearing, so I went on with my life. More than a week later, he appeared and said he'd like to speed up our meeting, which struck as weird because he was the one delaying it in the first place. I thought about blocking him but didn't want to be cruel, so I was honest and told him this was it for me. He was shocked. He said he liked me a lot, but he guesses it's not mutual, and tried gaslighting me with comments such as, "All I asked for was for you to be understanding, and I already told you I'm struggling." Again, I know BPD is hard. I've seen it, and I've been through some pretty dark phases myself, but I never acted like this with anyone and nobody treated me this way, using their condition as an excuse. I feel good that I stood up for myself, but I can't help but think if I was too harsh and I should have been more understanding and given him one more chance. So, am I the asshole?